The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso. Brought to you by the Calypso Shah Spiritual Center in Boca Raton. Specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And now, here's today's Boca Soul.
Welcome everybody to our new show, Boca Soul. My name is Martha, and I have the pleasure to have here with me Calypso. Hello, Calypso. How are you doing?
Hello. Very good. I'm very excited again.
I'm glad. Me too. We're actually in this awesome studio here. We have a beautiful view of South Florida. It's very energizing. How do you feel? Do you like the view?
I love it. I love it. It's just so beautiful. The green of Boca. My goodness, I love it.
I love here to live in South Florida too. We have both lived in different places, and we definitely feel very connected to this area.
Yeah, I actually come from the desert of Israel, so this is pleasure. Like, when I compare with the desert, that's beautiful. I love it.
I actually live in San Diego too, and even though it's a beautiful place, I can't complain. They have a beautiful weather, but it feels nice every time you feel the rain. Here, after the rain, the smell is amazing.
Yes.
Can't get any better than that.
Yeah, very good place.
Today, we're going to talk about relationships. This is a very big, strong topic, and it's very spiritual. And I know a lot of people here in Boca, I mean, everywhere in the world know, your relationships kind of like are the core of yourself and how you drive your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, before that, because I know there's a lot of people right now that are hearing us and want to know more about our center.
Right.
Here in Boca. So let's talk about first of you, Calypso. Just give us a little brief.
Yay. Okay. I was born in Israel, raised in a kibbutz there, and from this time in the kibbutz, I went through other, times. I was in Uruguay, I was in America, I moved from place to place in America, New York, Wyoming, Seattle, different places. And I think my path brought me to a place where I'm today. All this wisdom, all these places, all these people, different cultures that I met brought me to this place today that I have so much to offer. I understand so many people. I'm not as judgmental as I was in the beginning. Makes sense?
It makes sense. To remind people here who's hearing us, Calypso is an intuitive person. She is a psychic and a medium. Her core is seeing people past lives, and this is the main cause for her to help people all over, is just help them understand what they're going through this time. It's actually coming from a past life. Everybody here that wants to have a private reading with Calypso, you can call us anytime, 561-808-9108. Schedule your appointment, usually during the week. But if you have a special event, you want to have Calypso during the weekend, she's also available for that.
Yes.
I think it's important to tell the audience, too, that you are actually you can do weddings.
Yes, I'm a minister for weddings. And when the idea came, I first thought, well, what is that? But then I realized that most of the time when people come, their main problem is relationship. And relationship, in my point of view, is based on past lifetime and what they did in this past lifetime, what they were for each other. So I thought, wow, this is a good idea. I can start giving classes to people, because this is one of the things that I have to do anyway, and teach people how to deal with each other, knowing past lifetime, understanding the obstacles, understanding the good things that they have between themselves, and very excited. So very soon I can start doing it already.
And I know also from, you want to get this a little closer, from actually my family, and I've heard a lot of people have sometimes the issue where they have already been living with their boyfriend for a longer time, and then they want to get married, and then some, they're brought up maybe Catholic or Christian, the other person, here in the States, you have people from all over different backgrounds, all different religions, and now our new culture, we're open.
Right.
We're not, segregating ourselves. We're just open. We want to see different cultures, different people,
Right.
and we want to share the rest of our lives. That's what we hope with that other person, which
right.
is coming from a different background. And you actually want to have a ceremony. You want to invite all your family, all your friends, and you come down to who's going to do that spiritual ceremony. And then it's hard to find that person.
It is. I know that, like, if you're Jewish, then there will be the rabbi. If you're Christian, it will be, pastor. No.
Yes.
Etc. I think that what I can do, first of all, you can marry, you can go and marry with a rabbi or pastor or whatever you choose. But then you can come to me and have special wedding where you are acknowledging your life before with this person, because every person that come to our life is somebody that was there before, but especially the spouse is a person who was very close to us. It could be our father, mother, brother, another lover, another husband that we had before, and it's kind of like you can learn about all this path that was with this person, and then celebrate it. A special event.
Exactly.
So I'm saying it could be just that. After, obviously, you have to register properly in this, in the state or whatever. But this could be on top of it. You can have this kind of celebration of your past relationship with this person and learn better how to do. And we're going to have 6 classes. And in these classes, we're going to value. First, we have this reading about each one of the couple will have reading, so we'll find out what their connection, and then we'll start working the relationship, from one stage to another to bring them together. So somebody asked me, what if you see that, they're not really good for each other? Let's say in past lifetime they were lovers and always something happened that broke their relationship up. So I'm saying, well, still they decide in this lifetime, their karma in this lifetime is to get married. I'm not going to push them away from getting married. No.
I don't think that's what people want. But, it's very important that you tell the audience about this, because some people feel kind of scared. What if I know my past and I don't like what I see?
Well, then I can teach them how to take advantage of this decision and make it better. So if they have some problems, and let's say that in the past 10 lifetimes they met, they tried to get married, so he was noble and she was a servant, and another one, there were 2 guys that love each other, but obviously it's not possible. The other lifetime, she was from this city and he was from the other, like there are a million things. One lifetime, one died on the other. There's so many options. Like this lifetime, they feel like, well, like we want to do it, but what will happen if something in the back of their head, they will feel what if, because they remember that something happened already in the past. So then by knowing it already, they know, well, this lifetime, it doesn't have to happen that way. You can change, because we can, in life, we repeat things. We do over and over and over and over something, mistakes or whatever else we do, but there is a point where you can stop and change, right?
Yes.
We can change. So I believe that you can change the outcome of a past lifetime history. By knowing it and by working on it properly, we can change it. So this is one of the things why I want so much to teach people about past lifetime. Because if you don't know, you're stuck.
Exactly.
So past lifetime and for marriage is essential. People come to me all the time. The first or the second thing that they will say, the relationship, my husband, my wife, my boyfriend. I want to have a boyfriend. I want to have somebody, And they don't understand why it doesn't happen to them. It's like almost like they are stuck in this wheel of like, it doesn't happen. What can I do? What can I do? And always, I find always it's connected to past lifetime things. So this is my passion, and I want to do it.
I know this is great. And I want to go back a little bit of you as a minister, because there is a lot of people that want to have a special, they want to have everybody together, have a special ceremony. And then when you go to like a church, they are going to ask you, have you done this class? Is he did first communion? You got to convert. There's people from different religions, and each, church has their different requirements. And sometimes you also acknowledge your family, and you're also want to go over it. So you don't, I want to share, but it feels like sometimes people feel if I convert to a different religion than my family, I'm going to have what they're going to feel like I don't respect them, or
Right.
I'm not on their side. So I think a lot of people now are like going over it and just trying to get everything together, as one big.
Right.
And Calypso me, where, for us is one God. There is
Right.
every part of the world. Religion came in different ways of getting together with God and spirituality and everybody. And
Right.
now we can see that they are all true, and they're all going, at the end, we're going back into the same place. We acknowledge our spirituality, and there is many different ways to do it.
Right.
And so this is very important for people to know that they don't have to change their religion. They don't have to change, and they can still have a spiritual ceremony for their relationship.
Right. Well, what we're doing is not against religion.
Exactly.
I actually think that we are so wonderful on this planet because we have different ways of seeing the world. We all believe in the end in the same thing, in the same one. We all are connected to the same God.
The same.
And we call
energy,
it different
yes.
name, that's fine. When you wear your dress, your shirt, let's say you have a shirt, so, you can have different thing in the back of it saying it from this factory, or the other, but in the end it's a shirt. You're wearing it, and that's what's important, right? Makes you feel comfortable. So the same thing about religion. What I'm doing is not against any religion, is complementing what is missing, maybe in a way. It's bringing more. That's why I'm saying people can have their own religion, religious
Beliefs.
beliefs and activity for the wedding, and they can add this one as well. It doesn't have to be one or the other. So I think it just, there are all kind of things that are that are part of us, right?
Exactly.
We are spirit, we are body, we are teachers, we are students, we are all kind of things. So in the end, you can address each part of it, and it will be much better.
Okay, let's talk about our topic today is relationships. So we're talking about yesterday when we were planning, our show today.
Yeah.
First of all, we're going to start from the beginning. So we were talking about relationships, and Calypso came up with a very strong point, and that is...
Well, I think that relationship is something general. We all usually say a relationship with a partner, but relationship is about relationship with ourselves, relationship with others, relationship with the family, relationship with the whole world, with the country. Like, it's whenever you want, we are kind of creatures that we always need to have relationship. Think about it. You sit, and there is a voice in your head talking, right? One say, you are so horrible, God. And then they'll say, you're wonderful.
Exactly.
So there is a talk inside your head that tell you one thing or another.
There is that duality always in our us,
Right.
from like your fears and from that courage that comes and combines into them.
Exactly. So what I thought is this. Okay, we want to talk about relationship for a couple. And then I thought, wow. Well, usually the problem when you have a couple is that you have some problems that you have to deal with that you didn't deal with. Your self-esteem. So you can have the most wonderful partner, but your self-esteem is saying, wow, he's cheating on me, he's not attentive to me. I'm talking as a woman. Okay, forgive me. you know, in meantime, this guy is like the most wonderful guy, but you cannot see it because you have so many problems with your self-esteem. You see shadow where there's no shadow. So I thought that probably we should talk about the relationship with yourself.
That's very important, and I think everybody is eager to hear this because I see and everybody sees a lot of people, they're like, but they're perfect to each other. How come they're always fighting? And then when you know them a little bit more, you can see each one, they're just coming from their own just insecurities, and they don't let that go and let together with the other person.
Exactly. So usually all this that you're describing is, to me, is telling me past lifetime. Because if you were born perfect human being, why should you worry? Why should you feel jealous or upset? You will be accepting the reality as it is. But if you had story, if you had already history of something happening to you in past lifetime, you are not so eager. You suspect. You think, well, something is going to happen. You don't know why. People are saying to me, I don't know. I always think that he's going to cheat on me. When we check past lifetime, we find that he actually cheated on her in past lifetime.
Wow.
So she can feel it. She can remember it not in her memory, but in her feelings and her spirit, because she carried it in her spirit. So, example, something, you were born and something happened to you through your life, right? So let's say that you had a boyfriend when you were 16. And you were all in this guy, and then this guy, like suddenly you found that he's going with your best friend. This is a big trauma for you, right?
Of course.
So you carry it with yourself. Now you're like, I don't trust guys. So you register in yourself, well, I should not trust guys because this guy was all over me. He was all over me. I was all over him, whatever. I'm getting confused, backward. And so most of us, what we do is like, okay, this is alert. Now I have to be careful. And now you will begin with the next guy. You will not be as like naive. You will like, is he cheating on me? I'm going to check his cell phone. I'm going to check what he's doing. He said that he's going to his mom. He's going to his mom. So this is what we create in one lifetime. Think about what we create in many lifetimes.
Of course, it's kind of like builds up, and
right.
And I see when you're talking about when we're young and we're kids, we're very naive and we just start positive.
Right.
And some things happen to our present life, but sometimes you see people since they're very small, they have these fears and they have these problems just trying to relate with other people.
Okay, so this is another thing that I'm acknowledging past lifetime again. Kids remember past lifetime. They remember a lot of things. They can't talk about it always, or when they talk, usually people just, the parents will say, oh, okay, another imaginary story, Actually, in Hindu, they acknowledge past lifetime. So, like, if kids will start talking and say something about something that happened to them, they will, like, acknowledge it. But in our culture, people don't acknowledge it so much. So it's it's kind of a problem because a child will say something about past lifetime or whatever, and parents say, oh, imaginary thing, and then it will shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So the fear, or you will do like a child start singing from age 2. Like you see that he's developed 100%. I would say in past lifetime he was a singer, because you don't just come all prepared for something unless if you did it and before, right?
You feel more prepared. You already have the tools.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're going to take a small break, and we'll be right back here at Boca Soul, where you discover the beauty of your soul. We will be right back in like a couple of minutes.
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. Does your home feel overwhelmed by clutter and negative energy? Let Calypso Shah Home Services energize your home or office. Our staff will improve your living space by bringing positive, powerful energy. From organizing and decorating to house and business blessings. Start your day with a beautiful environment which will bring you the success you are looking for. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with State Land Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911.
Welcome back, everybody. Here we're at Boca Soul, where you discover the beauty of your soul. I'm here with Calypso.
Hello.
Welcome back. We're just on a small break. We are talking about today our relationships and how they relate to you with past life. We were also talking about how Calypso is a minister. She can do weddings or renewal of vows or baby blessings. So if
anything else, not bar mitzvah. No, maybe I can.
Maybe not, but anything that people are interested in, if you want to go ahead and call us to our center, 561-808-9108, and schedule an appointment. You can do that and have a private session with Calypso. She can help you understand your fears, where you're coming from, and how to develop better and get your life together.
I just want to remind that the next show will be live, and we accept calls.
Okay,
maybe you can talk about it a bit more, Marta?
Yes. So from now on, we're going to be streaming live. Anybody that wants to call in and have Calypso do a quick reading or talk about a topic, something that, it's been in your mind for a long time, and you like our point of view. We're talking about spiritual topics, always from past life experience. You can call us anytime. We'll bring up the number again for the show. So let's go back on our topic today. So first of all, we're talking with Calypso first. If when we're talking about relationships, once you want to start, you're always looking for a relationship you can't find, or what you find, it's not enough for you. We realize, first of all, is you need to have a relationship with yourself, with your soul, with your spirit, with the whole connection. And one of the things came up to my mind, we were talking, to my mind, we were talking yesterday, was that how your self-esteem comes into place. And when we have a lot of different problems, we have fears, we're doubting about who we are, or we don't know exactly who we are, or we're trying to be somebody else. Then we are kind of reflecting this into our relationships.
Exactly.
And that's something I really want to mention and tell people. I know a lot of people that they go from boyfriend to boyfriend or different relationships, and their problems come back exactly the same. It's like they find different people and they come to the same problems, and they say, I always like these guys that are always cheating on me, or I always like these guys that are abusive, or and what it happens, what we're talking about is like you're coming from your own perspective, and you're making these problems appear to you.
Well, the thing is this. First of all, you have formula inside you. You carry it with your soul, and every time that your soul is leaving your body, it's like a recording. Like you have a computer inside you, it's a recording. This is a conclusion about relationship, let's say. Coming back to life, you bring this with you, right? If I would take the computer and close it, and then take it to another room and open it again, the same information will be there.
Exactly.
So basically, you take with you your conclusion of whatever you lived up to now. If you had all kind of issues about relationship, which we all had, one way or another, some of us are much more in this way or the other way. But what happened is this: if it is in this lifetime, you end your life believing that men are cheaters. Example, not you precisely, but somebody.
Thank you. That's not my
No,
example.
not
Thank
your
God.
story. So when you die and you go to the next world, okay, now you know you need to work your relationship, right? So angels, guides, teachers, spiritual are helping you to choose the thing that you want to work in this next lifetime. So you're saying, well, I have a big problem about cheating. So you need to come to a situation in next lifetime where there will be cheating.
Wow,
So you can like relieve it and bring it up.
Wow, I think that's very important to people to understand, because sometimes people feel, why is always this happening to me? It's like a punishment. We have, like, from my perspective, I grew up Catholic, and it's like a punishment. Anything that bad happens to you is like they're punishing you for something you did wrong. But you're coming from this other perspective, and I think it's very important to tell people, because it opens up their mind into what it's happening to you. These obstacles you have in life is not a punishment at all.
It's not a punishment at all. It's all learning. So you come to a situation, and from the situation you're learning. Like you take any situation in your life, and you can take it one way to destroy yourself, to shut yourself, or to learn something. So this is a very important thing for the spirit, to learn. Spirit want to learn. Like we want to learn, right? We always want to go to college, then university, and then learn a profession, and then improve and improve and improve. This is what your spirit want always. To learn, improve, and experience. So even experiencing pain and suffering is something important for the spirit, because the spirit has eternity. It's another game. Let's play for a few seconds. This is what it is for the spirit, even 1,000 years, So when you come, you want to learn something and work on something, you have to live it at least once. And it usually will wake up something in you that already you had before. So now, now you feel it very strongly. So now you have to learn something, but you will not learn in one time, so you need to repeat over and over until you'll get, okay, I got it. Okay, I know. Now I have to do something about it. So this is usually what happens about every topic that you need to learn. Speaking about cheating, so if you see that one boyfriend cheated on you, then another, and then you got married and your husband cheated on you, after 3 times, I would say 3 is a charmer. After 3 times, I think you should say, interesting. Do I choose the right people or what?
Or maybe are you doing to make this happen? You're doing something that you need to change.
That's true. You might, with your already feeling that men will cheat, you will push this man to cheat on you, because I know women that they keep saying, I know my husband is cheater, I know he's cheating on you. The husband say, I didn't do anything. She's just telling me all the time that I'm cheating. I didn't do anything. And then maybe it will come a moment to say, she already think about it. Maybe I should do it already, so at least it will be true,
Kind of like creating them for themselves. And that is a total good example, because sometimes you tell a kid, are you doing this? Are you you didn't brush your teeth. Did you brush your teeth? Let me see. And you're checking, you didn't. And then one day he's going to say, well, I'm not going to do it, since you're always bringing it up.
anyway, you think that I will not do it. So
Exactly.
it's,
That she's
better
always.
I will not do
I
it.
will
So or you are choosing people that will be cheaters, or you will push them to a point where they will do it because whatever. If you think already, so or you will find any excuse why not to be with them because you don't trust them.
I have a question, Calypso. What do you
Sure.
think people have to learn when they're going to, like, let's talk about this specific situation with this cheating people feel.
Yeah.
I love this happen. What do you think people have to learn from this experience? Because, I mean, it's, I will not, give this into nobody. Nobody should go through these painful situations. What do you think is our spiritual world is trying to teach us through this obstacle?
Well, the first thing that we have to learn that we carry it with us. This is something we have in us. It's a program. The other learning thing that we need to get from it is that we can change it, but we have to change the way we think. If you change, and if we go back to the cheating, which it's a big thing. It's a big thing for people, is that you need to trust yourself. So in a moment that you trust yourself, you don't have to be suspicious about everything. You don't have to think all the time about what he's doing, what he's doing. In the moment you trust yourself, you will know if it's really true. And if it's really true, think about it. Do I love this guy and I don't care that he's cheating on me because anyway we have a very good relationship? Or it is impossible for me to be with a guy that is cheating on me. So each way you have to take it and take it fully and live it. Because women keep saying, and I'm talking today about women, but it could be like
The opposite way,
the
yes.
opposite way. I'm just kind of, it's easier to talk like that right now. So if you think that he's a cheater and you're certain that he's a cheater and it doesn't work for you, stop this relationship. You don't have to leave it and say, oh my God, I know, and now he came and he said he's sorry, so let's be together. And like many times you see this drama for years, going drama back and forth, and he's cheater, he's not cheater. And you spend all your time just thinking about it and worried about it, and your self-esteem goes low and low and lower and lower. Instead of doing this, you have to make kind of think about it. What I want for my life, if I want for my life a guy that is super loyal, and I know that my husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever it is not, don't leave it. You don't have to.
Yes, and I think a lot of people start from their insecurities we were talking about before. Maybe you are always into these relationships where you know that other person knows that you can live by yourself, you can be by yourself, so they have that control. And people that have the control over you, they know how far they can go, against you, and, in, I'll say a little bit, they will abuse you. I'm not talking about physically, but also can be mentally. And people feel they can't let go because it's like this person is everything to me, but then he's doing these bad things to me. So what do I do? How do I deal with this?
Okay, the thing about it is this. I go to this. You have the program. You're dealing with cheating in the story that we're telling today. This is cheating. You're working with your program of cheating. So it's all kind of things. It's a drama. It's this. You're trying back and forth. He's in control on you. All what you said is true, but it's all part of this program of drama around cheating.
And I want to mention here that when we're talking about drama, is people sometimes they like to live drama. They like to live in this soap opera type of like, what should I do? And that gives you a rush. Should I call them? Should I not call them?
Exactly.
And people are repeating this, and they feel even though it's painful for them, it's also exciting in a weird way. And that they're also bringing this. They come with this. I had friends.
Yeah.
Where did I know their boyfriends, and I know they were not cheating on them, but they like that excitement of calling them. I'm seeing if he's there, he's really lying, or
It's
he's
a
not
rush.
lying.
It's
a rush.
adrenaline. First of all, it's adrenaline. Secondly, it's a program that you're used to. Okay, it's something you use. Like people say, you like your old shoes, like home shoes. Like you wear them, they're already falling apart, and you like them because you're used to them. You're used to this. You don't know other way. So if you want to change it, you have to stop. Just stop everything and think, what do I want in my life? If you want something else, then you have to take this program and put it on archive, or put another program which is better, like program where like I have very good relationship, I trust the man, the woman in my life, I feel comfortable, I feel confident, and even if this person will do anything, I'm strong enough, I don't have to fall apart because of it. I don't have to go into drama.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? You need to change the way you see it, because as long that you just think about, well, cheater, 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 drama, 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 poor me, victim. See, this is a victim thing that if you want to change, you can be victim and be strong. There's no way.
And you hit there a very important topic here, which is being the victim.
Yes.
A lot of people have like to bring this topic up and said, oh, all these things are happening to me, and it's a way, because once you're a victim, you also have the attention and you have a little bit of that power and
Right.
becoming the victim.
Right.
And they like to play that around into having other people looking at them and say, oh, I'm so sorry, and you got all that energy and attention to you.
Right.
And I think it's focusing on the wrong path. People believe that, this is happening to me, I'm always the victim, I'm always trying to do good. But actually, that's not a good thing to do if you think about it. You want to bring positive things in your life.
Right.
So if you're coming from a negative point, you can always come to the other side we were talking about before.
Well, you can be victim and strong at the same time. You can be a person in super control in your life, a victim, or you're a victim, which somebody is doing it to you, or you're in control in your life. So people are trying to do both. It's not working for them. That's why they're frustrated, because, okay, you go to work and your boss is abusive to you, okay? And then usually when you have this kind of thing, I see that she goes home and then her husband is abusive to her. So you can tell that in wherever she goes or he goes, there is some abuse. I see people that everything that they do, there is abuse. They go to a store, they buy something, and the cashier didn't do, her math very well, and he lost $1, this person.
I feel the victim.
And it's a victim. Oh my God, they're doing it to me. They don't pay attention. It's always happening to me. It could be as simple as that you feel like victimized. It could be as simple as you go to, bureaucracy. You need to do something with electric or with anything. You got ticket from the police. Oh my God, it's always the police after me. Like the victim thing can go in any field of your life. And usually you see a person that it's not just one thing. It will be, oh, that, and my God, I have enough problems with my husband, and now my mother-in-law, and now this and that. So it's like, you can see that there is a strong victim now. Go back to past lifetime. If you check this kind of person, you will see that this person was victimized in past lifetime in many ways. It could be abused by a husband. It could be a slave. It could be... he was in a war and got captured as a...
Yes.
Like it could be many, many things, but when I look in the past lifetime, I see a lot of victim.
And I think that's when people come to this life and they're used to following this pattern.
Exactly.
And that's, we come back to the self-esteem, back into self-esteem. When you don't have it, you feel everything is negative around you. You are, everything around you. And people, there's the people that see the glass of water half empty or half full.
Right.
And you see some people sometimes go through these very emotional, hard places, but they always have something to bring and learn. And
Right.
this is other people that seems like everything bad happens to them and they can't lift up themselves.
Right. And here, I know that we're getting close to the end of the conversation. I'm not, so I want just to wrap it in a way. Okay. So you find out that, no, it's not the end, but I'm saying we are still, I want to go to another topic maybe, that you need to start understanding you can change it. So you were victim for 1,000 years. Okay, so now you can change it. You don't have to be a victim anymore. even if you live for so many lifetimes and this is what you know, you can change. You can really change your life now and start like clean. So you need to make a decision. And it's a decision that we all can make every day. You can say, I'm here to be victim another lifetime, or I want to change. And the spirit is making this decision. Although maybe consciously not everybody is doing it, but there is a part of you that is saying, okay, all this life I want to learn how to be a victim. All this life I want to be this successful singer. All this life I want to be that way or another. So you have to make decision. And now from this decision, you're going to move one way or another. If you feel like you need to still learn being a victim, good for you. Enjoy your ride. Be a victim.
That's funny, but it's really true. Some people want to find different solutions of their problems they're having, but they don't want to change their ways. It seems like they want to have these tools around them to change the situation, but every change comes from within you.
Right.
And that's the most important thing. I want to change a little bit our topic, kind of like drift a little. And we were talking about sometimes when you meet this person and you feel a connection, and then you're thinking, oh, is this the right person for me? You kind of like, you start getting to know each other, and how you sometimes feel. I think everybody had this before, and everybody that it has a boyfriend or is married, and they always feel this person that they knew them for a long time.
Right.
Sometimes you feel that connection, and sometimes you feel not at all, but you're very attracted, and you continue to this. So there's two different paths right now.
Okay, so obviously because I believe that we all lived before we were something for each other, and the past doesn't matter what. Like if you meet somebody in the street and you see this person you saw in the past, right? How many times you walk on the street and you just see people and you look at them? So could it be that this person will appear another time in your life in this lifetime? It could be that it will appear in the next lifetime. More than this, if it's somebody that you were close to, you probably will, you probably will meet them over and over again. And spirit make agreement to come together and experience. And this is good example. Theater, a play, a movie. So group of people decide to play, come together and play something. Okay, so one, they say, okay, you will be the father, you will be the mother, you will be the teacher, you will be the guy that sells vegetables, And, okay, so they play that. Everybody is trying to go to the role. The mother trying to be a mother and worried. The father trying to be a father. The one that sells vegetables is trying to sell the vegetables. And then they say, well, you know what, next month, let's change it. Let's, now you will be the, change positions. Now you will be the mother. Now the other person will be the father, and this vegetables, and will be the child. We have no child. So they come now, and each one is trying to play as accurate as possible the game. So many times what happened is that we are in a family, like I have one of my daughters, I feel like she's my mother. And I know she was my mother in past lifetime, but even before I knew that, she was this mothering thing. She was this little cute girl, and she will talk to me, Mom, it's okay. She will touch my hair, like, it's okay. You're okay.
Comforting you.
Yes, she would be comforting me and like being a mother, always like look at me like loving mother, And there's other daughter that she's like a friend. Like it feels like we were in the army together before. We were like, in like other situations. So like each person in your life, you feel something that is different. Yesterday I talked with my sister-in-law, and I checked and I said, I think your son was your brother. And she said, yes, he's talking to me like, like, who are you to tell me what to do? He's 3. And she's his mom, and he's like, you know what? No, you're not going to tell me what to do. So this is kind of, if you're listening to this, program, which you are, you will begin to look in relationship and see, well, yes, you know what, my mom, always I felt like she's my daughter. I always felt protective of her. Or my son, well, feel like my father, or, you know, different people. You see neighbors say, I feel so close to this neighbor. I don't know why, but it feels like we're family. It's true. You were together in past lifetime.
Let's go about talking about the relationship. Sometimes you meet this person, you married, and how sometimes like where you know, the roles were not the same as in your past life. So you were not lovers on a past life, but maybe you were, you know, mother and son or daughter.
Right.
And you see how sometimes relationship change, and you know that passion that started from the beginning kind of fades off, and it start being this relationship, family relationship.
Right. Well, this is one of the things that I think we have problem in this lifetime, because years ago we had the rabbi or the head of the tribe, somebody that has this wisdom to help you to choose your partner and see if it's really can work together. But today we don't have it. We just go and choose. So like you see a man, okay, so I'm a woman, I see a man, and it's like, wow, you feel familiar. So you feel like, wow, I'm not married, he's not married, let's do something together and feel like family. But could be that this was your brother, could be that it was your father or somebody else in the family. And after a while that you feel this family thing, you should create family, you find out, well, I'm not feeling like so much lover with this guy. What's going on?
What's going on? How is fading away? You know,
Yeah.
that attraction from the first time.
So you think maybe something wrong, but what's wrong is that you have a strong feeling of family with this person, but in the other end, he was your brother, so you feel guilt. You part of you like think, ew, it's my brother. It was my father, and part of you begin to feel like this is not lover feeling. This is like we're doing it, we are together, but it's not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so this is a big problem of so many people and on the planet today, and especially in America, I would say, because the people get divorced so fast because they feel this family thing.
I think they also have to think about they have to always have the passion on it all the time, and if this passion is not working, let's cut it out and find somebody else.
Right. When relationship is something you have to work on. Okay, this is another way to explain it. A relationship is something that you need to work. It's between two people. People evolve, people change, people have moments, and you need to work on it. You can say, well, we start wonderful, it was yay, and then, well, you know what, today it begins to go like, I don't feel so good about it. Let's end it.
Let's take a small break right now, and we'll be right back at Boca Soul, where you discover the beauty of your soul.
At Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, learn how your past lives are affecting your present experience in this planet. Calypso will read your past life's experiences and help you overcome personal issues, grow spiritually, and find inner peace. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. Does your home feel overwhelmed by clutter and negative energy? Let Calypso Shah Home Services energize your home or office. Our staff will improve your living space by bringing positive, powerful energy. From organizing and decorating to house and business blessings. Start your day with a beautiful environment which will bring you the success you are looking for. Call to schedule an appointment at 561-808-9108. Service provided by Calypso Shah Spiritual Center, 561-808-9108. Our community is growing every day, and our show streams through iHeartRadio to any place in the world. Don't lose the opportunity to advertise during our show. Call at 561-808-9108. With a nationwide knowledge in the real estate market, Stefan Statlander will give you the best tools available in the market to make that real estate transaction a breeze. Buying, selling, renting, personal or commercial. Stefan is a broker associate and has the experience and reliability you have been looking for. Brokerage with State Land Brown, LLC. Call to set up an appointment at 561-572-1911.
Welcome again here at Boca Soul, where you discover the beauty of your soul. I'm here with Calypso. We're talking about relationships. I want to tell the audience here that if you want us to address something in particular during our shows or in a small segment, you can send us an email at bocasoulshow@gmail.com. You can also look up on our Facebook page. It's called Calypso Shah Spiritual Center. You can like us or just post a comment. We will address it on our next show. So we're talking about, kind of like we are going to wrap it up here, we're talking about relationships and how you met on your other past life, and you know how that relationship evolves through this one. I wanted to just click a little bit and talk about when you're enemies. Just a little hint. We will discuss more about it on our next show. But
well, enemies is usually we play a role. Remember, we play a role. So whomever is your enemy doesn't mean that is your real enemy. But many times I saw that enemies actually come into a family. They need to come and fix it, and they have no choice but to come into a family to have this way, try to work the relationship. And many times it doesn't work, but sometimes it does work. They have no choice but to learn how to work with each other. So enemies is a big thing, because remember, this world is based on so much war and confrontation, and you are from this country, I'm from this country, and so you're bad and I'm good. So it's a big thing for next show that we can talk about. But it's important to understand that enemy will not be just in the other side in another country that is enemy. It could be in your home, at your home, and you have to address it. Because what we want to do is go in the end of the story, be all friends, all loving each other, and all working to get this planet better.
exactly.
Makes
So you
sense.
have to work, the best way to understand and to learn from it is when you have the experience to it. That's something I wanted to talk about. Once you have a kid and you always tell them, please don't do this, please don't do that. And they don't learn. They have to learn through their experience. So that's why we're here, learning through experience.
Yeah, and sometimes he will listen to you if you know how to teach and if you're patient enough.
Exactly.
And yeah, not always the child will go all the way to learn. I see it from my grandkids, my kids, and even for my nephew now that they're little, and you have to know how to talk with them properly, because they're people. We think they're kids. Be quiet. Just play now, be quiet, go to sleep, eat, go to school. But there are people that develop themselves, and we need to put a lot of attention into them. And this will be another show.
That's
that we
another
talk
topic.
about kids.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Calypso.
You're welcome.
We also have a topic, big one. We're not addressing it today, but I want to tell the audience too, because a lot of past life is about fears that we have.
Very strong.
So that's one of our other topics. So I want to remind the audience that if anything in particular they want us to talk about, please, you can just send us an email at bocasoulshow@gmail.com, or you can find us on our Facebook page. It's Calypso Shah Spiritual Center. You can also call us anytime. Our phone 561-808-9108. If you want to schedule an appointment with Calypso, she can give you a private reading. She can help you with your issues. I think there's a lot of people here. The more and more we meet people here in Boca, the more people are very excited to meet you and have that private, conversation with you.
And I want to add that we can do a group session as well. We can do a class, and with a group of people, and we can do a session with group.
Yes, anything that if it's a big group, they want to address something, we are very welcome to come in.
Okay.
So for our next show, again, everybody, if you want something you guys want us to address, just send us an email, bokasoulshow@gmail.com, or our Facebook page, Calypso Sha Spiritual Center. Our next topic, it's going to be big because we didn't have time to talk about it. It's enemies in past life. I think is very exciting. And fears, also our fears.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening to us today. We have a wonderful day. We had a wonderful experience, and we're so excited to talk to you next week. And I hope everybody's seeing us on camera on the internet. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Boca Soul, featuring Calypso, brought to you by the Calypso Sha Spiritual Center in Boca Raton, specializing in past lives readings, astrology, plus energy healing, event planning, and more. Calypso Spiritual Center, where you discover the beauty of your soul. Call 561-808-9180 to make your appointment. And tune in again next week for more Boca Soul. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.